everyone. Welcome to Live in the D in the green room on a Friday. And I got Michelle Oliver still hanging out with us because, you know, we can't get the weekend started off right if we're not talking about the amazing food in our community.
Yeah, and there's lots of it all across the city, but we're talking about Taco Broz. This is over in Wyandotte. Here is one of their drinks. Tati, you've tasted it. What do you think?
So delicious. And it's creamy because I was worried that because it's vegan, it won't still have the creaminess of it. But this is delicious. The horchata is amazing. The burrito bowl that you brought for me, amazing.
Yeah. Amazing options for people, and they have options for vegans, vegetarians, gluten-free. It's an amazing place in Wyandotte. Check it out.
I mean, who doesn't love tacos? Whether you like them in a flour or a double corn shell or loaded with meat or vegetarian stuff, this next place has a taco for you.
That's right. Located in Wyandotte, Michelle Oliver is taking us to dine in the D at Taco Broz. Mexican street food with a twist. Be it tacos, birria ramen, or a loaded burrito bowl. That's what you'll find at Taco Broz in Wyandotte.
So I was actually born here in Detroit, and then a couple years later, we moved back to Mexico, and I kind of had my childhood there, and in Los Angeles. So you kind of get a whole mixture of cultures, which you'll see in the food here.
And it's no surprise owner Rodrigo Lopez opened a restaurant with his brother, as he grew up in a very foodie family.
My dad used to be a butcher in Mexico, so that's kind of where the meat portion of it. And then my mom, her dad used to have a restaurant in Mexico, and we just used to cook at home once they came to the US. Yeah, so I definitely love food. I was known as the foodie of the family that loved food. So the best part, I think, is when you make something good and then somebody tries it and they enjoy it.
The restaurant has a modern design with fun pops of color, like this neon sign.
So taquero is actually the person that cooks tacos. That's just what they're known. And mucho means a lot. So when you say taquero mucho, it refers to the word te quiero mucho, which means I like you. So it kind of refers to like the person making tacos likes you a lot, kind of.
You'll also find some modern touches on the menu as well.
I do offer vegan and vegetarian options. A lot of people actually like that I offer vegan because people are lactose intolerant and that kind of stuff. So I can always mix and match for that as well.
Well, this spread looks delicious, so let's get into the menu, and we're going to start off with their loaded burrito. So this is stuffed with al pastor marinated pork. You also have some pineapple in there, giving you a hint of sweetness. You have guacamole, rice, beans, cheese, all wrapped in a flour tortilla. Plus, we're showing this one with chips and salsa as the appetizer. Next, let's talk about these loaded Aztec fries. So of course it starts with a bed of fries, then you have lots of meats piled on top, including beef, chorizo, which is a spicy pork sausage, and salchichas, which are basically sliced up hot dogs. You also have cheese, salsa, and a chipotle sour cream over top. They also have a selection of burrito bowls you can choose from, and we're featuring a vegan version of the loaded bowl. So on here you have rice, beans, vegan cheese, they have marinated impossible meat, and it's topped with pico de gallo and guacamole. A classic Mexican dish that they have on the menu are their quesadillas. We're showing both the chorizo and the chicken. They're loaded with cheese and in a flour shell and come with salsa and sour cream on the side. Now they have a couple different options for those, but keep in mind, the small green salsa is the spiciest. A very popular dish that's kind of a Mexican fusion is the birria. Now birria is a traditional way of cooking meat. It's marinated and cooked for a long time. In this case, we're showing it with beef as both a quesadilla and ramen. And finally, let's talk about their namesake, tacos. They have a lot of different options for tacos here, and we're showing off quite a few, including the breaded shrimp, the carnitas, which is basically slow-cooked pork. We have steak and chicken. Plus, they have some vegan options, including vegan chorizo and vegan al pastor.
Everything looking phenomenal as usual. Michelle, what did they drop off for us? Jason, do you even know what you're eating?
I'll say, so Jason's dug in. I didn't realize this. We're just now seeing him. What do you think of your steak taco, Jason?
It's delicious.
Oh, good. I gave you some mild salsa to have with it. So that's what Jason's having. We'll continue on with the tacos then. So we have the carnitas tacos, which is a recipe from his dad. In the piece we mentioned he was a butcher. So this is like a special way of making the stewed, it's not stewed, but slow-cooked pork.
Lovely.
Then we have al pastor, one of my favorites. For Tati, we have the delicious loaded burrito bowl. This one is made gluten-free.
Love
it. Has chicken, no cheese, but they actually do have vegan cheese if you wanted to go for that.
Yeah, that's nice.
And then we didn't feature these in the piece, but this is a gigantic torta. It's a Mexican sandwich and amazing.
And when I did have my bread days, that bread is unlike anything you've ever had. Isn't that right, Michelle?
Yeah, no, those sandwiches are
Next
so
level.
filling and they're
And
just
delicious.
great.
They just taste so darn good.
Yeah.
So now let's talk about these drinks.
All right.
You want another taco, JC?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have these they make in-house themselves. This is the Jamaica, and it's a hibiscus flavored drink. It's kind of like a tea, almost like if you've ever had hibiscus flavored tea, a little sweet. It's kind of floral in notes. And then they have horchata, which is this, how did someone describe it? It's kind of like rice pudding in terms of flavor, if you like that with a lot of cinnamon in it. Or I would call it cinnamon toast crunch, the milk after cinnamon
seriously.
toast crunch. That's what this is. So here is a regular version which has milk in it, but they also have a vegan version as well that they make there.
This is so exciting. I love that they have so many vegan alternatives and things for people who have different dietary restrictions, because he also said they have a lot of gluten-free options, but we're running out of time. So where are they located, Michelle?
They're located at 28 Sycamore Street in downtown Wyandotte, just off the main drag. So just as you're heading down, just make a left.
This horchata is everything, Michelle. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Michelle.
So good.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it, Jason. Miss you.
Delicious. Miss you too. If you love all things foodie related in Metro restaurant recommendations and behind-the-scenes chats with fellow foodies, sign up for the Dine in the D newsletter, which is sent straight to your inbox every other Thursday. To sign up, look for the newsletters tab at the top of clickondetroit.com.
All right, everyone. So now that you've got your taco fix handled, now it's time to talk about the entertainment that you can enjoy this weekend. And Greg Russell is hanging out for the Green Room.
Absolutely. This is great. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. You keep us up to date on everything we need to know movie-wise. So we talked a little bit today, had an Academy Award winner that you spoke to.
Yeah, Juliette Binoche. I mean, her new movie, Paradise Highway, quite a thriller. I mean, she puts on a heck of a performance. Morgan Freeman's also in it too.
Love him.
So I mean, just between the two of them, that just makes it a great movie all the way.
Yeah, so let's talk about the one with the superhero from Pet's perspective. How does that all go
Oh
down?
yeah, the DC Pets. That one's just funny because Krypto, Superman's dog, is voiced by The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, and his counterpart is this big dog that looks like Batman, who is voiced by Kevin Hart.
And that seems like they're flip-flopped. It feels like the Rock should be playing the big character and then Kevin Hart should be playing the other one. But you said that's a hit too.
It really is. It's funny because kids enjoyed it because of all the colors and I mean just the fun stuff. Adults are just sitting out there with some of the lines just going, oh my goodness.
Oh my, all right.
It's just hilarious.
Well, here is Greg's full review on the movies that you should be watching this weekend.
There's a different take on superhero movies hitting the big screen this weekend because this time it's all about their pets. Movie reviewer Greg Russell back with us again for Real Talk. Hey there, Greg.
Hey, Jason, and you're right. All about them pets, about them pets, about them pets. Yeah.
Well, let's start with the League of Super Pets, which brings back together Dwayne Johnson and Kevin Hart. Well, at least their voices anyway. I don't imagine they were in the recording studio together, but anyway.
Yeah, I thought the same thing, but it's so funny. They work so well together. You'd swear that they were the two animals that they were. So, yeah, they had a good time. And it's all about The Rock plays Krypto, Superman's dog, and he's feeling like he's being, taken for granted because now Superman is in love with Lois Lane. So he winds up trying to make some other friends. Next thing you know, all these superheroes of the Justice League get kidnapped by Lex Luthor, so it's now up to their pets to save them.
Let's look at a clip.
My dog's the best, but he's not the greatest with other animals.
What is new with you, fellow normal dog? I bit the FedEx guy the other day.
Who was he working for? General Zod? The Legion of Doom?
FedEx.
Of course! The Federation of X's. Not to be trusted.
What is taking my owner so long?
Okay, so let's look at this through the lens of like a Pixar movie or a DreamWorks, Ice Age kind of thing. Like, is this a good movie? How many reels?
It's a 4 because the kids, again, will like it because of all the colors and the animals. The adults will like it because, again, I thought about you. We're cracking up watching this whole thing because even like the line you just heard, it's filled with those type of, quick little comic antidotes, and it's just a funny movie.
All right, up next, let's talk about the new movie starring 2 Academy Award winners. It's called Paradise Highway, and this is featuring Morgan Freeman and Juliette Binoche.
Right, I mean, that should just give it 5 stars right there all the way. But what the movie is about is Juliette plays a woman who has always been down on her luck. She's a truck driver now. Her brother's in prison, and her brother would always set up a deal with her that people on the outside would have her transport things for them. So they've got this one object they want her to pick up, and she gets to the location only to find out it's a kid. And her deal is she wants really no part of it. So I got to talk to Juliette about the movie and just about even getting prepared for it. Here's what she had to say.
You always do put yourself, into the character, because to be quite honest, when you first came on screen, I didn't know that was you because of the way, they had you made up and looking. But it did show there's a lady who had been working hard all of her life, and it just kind of showed.
Yes. Yeah, that was the journey. I had to be, it needed to be rough, like, life can be for truck drivers. Mm-hmm. And also my character is going through a roller coaster of emotions, and she's caught up with a brother, enmeshed emotionally, and had a traumatic childhood, and bit by bit, in meeting this little girl, there's going to be a sort of transformation in her. It's on the thriller kind of a feeling.
You already have in your mind, okay, I think I know where this is going. And this road trip definitely takes us on a different road, which was great.
Yeah, and my character is taking a different road. She's not going on the highway. She's going on sideways.
And now, did you also learn how to drive a truck?
Yes, I did.
Yes, and talk a little bit about that, because I mean, obviously driving a car is one thing, but one of those 18-wheelers is something else.
Yeah, they can be very dangerous, but if you know your space, if you know your truck, it felt possible anyway. I enjoyed it very much.
All right, Greg, how many reels?
Here we give this one a 4. I mean, her performance alone was just excellent, and Morgan Freeman just is great playing this old crusty cop.
All right, finally we have the movie Vengeance, which stars B.J. Novak from The Office. He also wrote and directed the film. Issa Rae and Ashton Kutcher are both in the movie.
Yeah, this is another one of those where he plays this guy. He lives in New York. A girl he had only dated like a couple of times passes away. She's from Texas. Her family's under the impression that he was her boyfriend, so he goes down there. And it's just this weird story about they don't believe what happened to her. They want to find out the truth. So it becomes all of a sudden this detective thing. Did get to talk to BJ about it, and also talked about his first time directing. Here we go.
First, even in regards to the story, where did this all come about? I mean, this was an interesting ride to go on.
Thanks. Yeah. Well, I'm from a city. I'm from Boston, and it's very, very unlike Texas. West Texas specifically. And I wanted to not go to the typical place in a movie and not tell the typical story. So I started with a guy who was a lot like myself. For better, but especially for worse, a guy who was kind of shallow, dating whoever he could, disconnected without realizing it, not as cool as he thought he was, in New York, who I wanted to pull him into a different place. And looking at a map, I thought, well, that's a place that's pretty different, even a little scary to me. Let's figure it out. So I went on a lot of trips there, and for a movie called Vengeance, I knew that would be a really special setting.
A lot of times when you start watching a movie and you see what's going on in your mind, like anyone, you're sitting there going, okay, I think I know. And this one you don't know, but that just made it the best thing.
Yeah.
To watch.
Yeah, well, you know, in a comedy, it's okay if you know a little more the way things are going because the jokes are going to surprise you. But because I also had, you know, genuine mystery in it, and I know a lot of true crime fans would be interested in a movie that is about true crime podcasts, I was like, well, let's also take this guy in some twists and turns.
All right, how many reels?
4 for this. It originally was going to be like a middle 3, but honest to goodness, the ending, no one is going to see coming.
Oh, wow, like an M. Night Shyamalan type twist?
Yeah, except this one's good.
Oh, dang, Greg. Oh, man. Where can people see more of your interviews?
Just go to movieshowplus.com. You can see all of our interviews there, plus also sign up for our newsletter that automatically puts you in drawings for giveaways, including free movie tickets. So movieshowplus.com.
All right, everyone, and if you're looking to add a dose of culture into your weekend and learn more about the diverse communities here in Metro Detroit, I recommend the Haiti Arts and Crafts Festival that's going to be in Farmington this weekend. Not only will you see art, will there be activities for the kids, amazing music, but even more so, amazing food. And we had a huge spread, and I even gave Michelle Oliver a little taste.
Well, there are several different cultures for us to experience here in the D, and there is an upcoming festival that encourages us to vive la différence. I know I didn't say that very well, but that's by embracing diversity in race, culture, and nationality. And here to tell us more, we want to welcome Shirley Alcé and Lise Pauline Barnett from the Haitian Network Group of Detroit, who will tell us about what we can expect at this celebration coming up this weekend. Ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
It is such a good time, first of all. So full disclosure, I have been before, and it is just a beautiful experience. So I'm talking about the Haitian Arts and Crafts Festival coming up this weekend called, how do I say it?
Belle Bagaille
Lakai. Belle Bagaille Lakai. First, what does the name mean?
Belle Bagaille Lakai means beautiful things from home.
Ooh,
yes.
I love that. I love that. So when we talk about beautiful things from home, there are going to be a lot of things that people can experience that are part of Haitian culture. But what do you hope that this kind of event does to change the narrative around Haiti and around the Haitian community here in Detroit?
So Haiti always makes it to the news for, you know, all of the negative things that happen, the earthquakes, the poverty, being the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. But we feel like we have so much more to offer. We're the first Black independent republic. Haitian people are made of from different cultures. We are from many different countries in Africa that came together, and we created our own culture. And so our language is from many different African dialects. It's from the Spanish, from the French, the Portuguese. So we feel like we are a nice mesh representing all African diaspora.
I love it. I love it. Now, what kind of arts and crafts will be available at the festival?
So for the festival, we have music, we have paintings, we have home decor, we have activities for children, we have music, there's jewelry, and it's just a fun time where we have Haitian artists that come from across the country, around the world, to highlight their craft. And so there'll be tons of things for you to buy. We have lots of food, so there'll be a lot of good things for everyone. So we hope they'll bring their kids out so they can enjoy some of the games we played when we were in Haiti as kids. So things like that.
Yeah, it's such a good time. The music is incredible. The vibe is so nice.
We have a live Haitian artist coming Saturday night. So
all right, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It is.
Well, both of you know I have my favorites in terms of Haitian food, but boy, you guys brought in a spread. I know everyone is like, when is she going to get to the food, right? Because this spread, it smells phenomenal in here. So tell us about what you have here. Let's start from here and go that way.
So here we call them pâté, which, you know, Haitian patties. So there can be meat, there's chicken, we do beef, we do fish, we do vegetarian, so something for everybody. We also have the rice, which is our traditional red beans and rice, which is the one to your right. And then on the left, we have jonjon. It's a black rice that we use. Sometimes people do put shrimp in it, but, you know, so...
Which happens to be my favorite.
Which is her favorite.
And then we have, I have to tilt this up.
Yeah, so we have our Creole chicken here. So it's in a, well, you made the chicken so you can talk.
It's a Haitian Creole chicken, and it's like a stewed chicken and a tomato-based sauce. Very delicious.
Very delicious. And then what do we have on that side?
Cassava pudding, and it's made from cassava, and it has raisins in it.
And then last but not least
is our griot is our national dish of Haiti, and it's a fried pork. It's really good, so if you've never had it, you need to try it. We have some taste testers out there,
That's
so
right.
let us
Speaking
know
of, come on in, Michelle
how
Oliver.
she liked it.
Because, you know, she is our foodie here, and I was going on and on. I'm like, wait till you taste the rice, wait till you taste the rice, and...
Okay, so it is delicious, guys. I started doing a little dance. So I tried what did you call the black rice again?
John.
Excellent. Let me try the red beans and rice.
Yes.
Okay, there's one good.
More dancing.
More dancing.
Super good.
And every good meal needs to be topped off with some Barbacoa rum. It's one of our sponsors as well, and we also have some hot sauce here. But like we said, we usually use Peekleys, which is one of our homemade hot sauces that we use.
It's so good. I totally All right, well, give us really quickly the details for the event this weekend.
So the event is Saturday and Sunday, and the grand opening will be on Saturday at 6 p.m. and it'll go till 10, and then we'll have it again on Sunday from 11 to 10. And there'll be plenty of activities for the kids, and we hope to see you.
All right, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The pork?
Jason, the pork, thumbs up.
Oh my God.
She knows the good food.
All right, happy Friday again, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for Live in the D and Live in the D in the Green Room. We hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe, and we will see you on Monday.